these live streams. So let's get everything good to go. See how many people we're going to have on today and what we're going to talk about. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Hit a bunch of buttons and we are ready. Ready to go. Okay, cool. Let's see who's around. What time is it? 3:42 Eastern Time. Friday afternoon. A little bit of before the evening sets in. See if anybody's on their lunch break on the West Coast right now, or if anybody on the East Coast wants to talk. Hello, first person. Good to see you. There's nowhere to put this. Okay. Have to figure this out. Good. Mike, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. David, how you doing? How's Canada? How's Canada treating you these days? Hello, people signing on. It is good to see you. Tam, what's up? Antonio, how you doing? Rick, West Coast in the house, all right. Tate, how you doing? Patrick, hello. Stash looks good, right? Yeah, just playing around with it every once in a while. That's what we do, Eric. Ed, how you doing, buddy? Air, what's going on? Daniel, hello. Hello to everyone. Tiger, how's it going? Tiger Woods in the house. Good to see you guys. Haven't done a live stream in a while. Figured, why not? Hyper, how you doing? I'm going to say this wrong. Shahin, hello, if I said that right. I'm happy. If I didn't, my bad. Enrique, what's up, buddy? Antonio, California in the house. I like it. Paratrooper, what's going on? Another David from Canada. How you doing, Mark? I'm doing well. How's about you, pal? Tim, hello. Ray's here from Pittsburgh. No Penguins, baby. Let me ask you a question. I got to ask Ray a question, sports related. The Pittsburgh Penguins are always fighting for championships. The Steelers are always fighting for championships. How does Pittsburgh feel about the Pirates? Blows my mind that they don't ever do anything. Corey, what's up, buddy? Washington State in the house. Good stuff. Clip Show, California. A lot of California. Hello. How you doing? Philip, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Marco in the house. Alvin, how's it going, pal? Patrick, New Hampshire. Just got my 2021 Limited Nightshade Monday. What do you think? Pros and cons. Let's hear it. Hyper says the new Tundra looks amazing, and I agree with Hyper very much. Shahin, I got it right. I appreciate it. I'm trying, buddy. Some names are tough. Philip says Miami, Florida in the house. Philip, sorry to hear what's going on down there, buddy, with that collapse. That was crazy. Tiger says, let's get this started. Any idea on price point for the new TRD Pro 70, 80, 90K? My guess is this, and this is all a guess because we know there's no numbers out for anything yet. That TRD Pro, that picture you guys have seen, you know, the white TRD Pro shot, that truck, as it sits right there, I would guess, and I'm not talking dealer markup, and I'm not talking when the thing first comes out and, you know, everybody's putting extra stuff on it as far as pricing. I guess that could be considered a dealer markup as well. I'm saying MSRP probably 68 to 72. That's where I'm going with it. Basically add 12 to 14,000 on top of the existing TRD Pro, because there's going to be a lot of technology in it. We could already see, you know, the 360 cameras in there. Infotainment's going to be brand new. You know, if it's a hybrid V6, that's expensive. So all the new parts and everything ain't going to be cheap. Ain't going to be cheap. Who are the Pirates, says Ray, which is the best response and one I expected. Thank you very much. My buddy's a giant Pirates fan, and we were at the race sitting to waiting for the race to start over the last weekend, and we were sitting there talking about how the Pirates are able to continue in a city where, let's be honest, it's a city of champions with the Penguins and the Steelers. They're always in, you know, the running for a championship, at least if they don't win it, and the Pirates ownership just doesn't do anything. Tate says, first time here during live stream. What are we talking about? You tell me, buddy. What are we talking about? This is a catch-up live stream. Whatever you guys want to talk. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of next-generation Tundra stuff going on. So anything you got, shout it out loud, and thank you for being here. Michael says, Nightshade, baby. Oh, yeah, Michael, we know you love it. Windchill Pearl, the way to go. Kenneth, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. Good day. Zelaya, hope I said that right. Morris. Morris is easy. Morris from Houston. How you doing, Morris? Good to see you, buddy. Corey says, what do you think about the 2022 Sequoia, possibly of the 5.7 sticking around for one more year in the Sequoia than the previous generation in 07, or like the previous generation in 07? I wouldn't be against that. I would like to see the 5.7 stick around in the Toyota Tundra for a couple model years just to kind of blend people into the new tech, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'm a fan of the 5.7 V8. Keep it forever. Patrick says, love the limited suspension ride versus my 18 SR5 TRD Sport. Overall, Tundra never disappoints. I like the way you think. I like it. Michael says, Patrick, what color nightshade did you get? Great question. Timeout. Timeout. Cheers to all of you. Let's have a good live stream. For us that work overnight, it's already deep into the evening. Hyper says, do we know any info on the engine transmission the new Tundra will have yet? The two rumored engines are a twin-turbo V6 and a hybrid twin-turbo V6. Those are the rumored engines, and that's it. Hopefully we get some real answers soon. David says that picture still doesn't do justice. Yep. It still looks computer-generated. I need to see it in a shop or out in a parking lot or with something real around or close to it. I got you. Just so you know, though, that is an actual picture of the truck. But I feel you. You got to see it with some background instead of just a white background. Tate says, traded my F-150 that was messing up with engine knock for a 2021 Tacoma. Wow. Now, let me ask you this about your F-150. And make this comment as long as you'd like, Tate. Give me a couple pros and a couple cons of the F-150. Also tell me the year of your F-150, the engine. Yeah, the year and the engine and the mileage. That too. Love to hear it. Bubba, what's going on? How you doing? Philip says, how about a 2022 Tundra Tandoori Pro with Yokohama 22S? Hey, whatever, I'm in. Enrique says, Mark, how you feeling about the Islanders coming up short? Too many men on the ice, shorthanded goal, but we weren't there anyway. Everyone's talking about the shorthanded goal, but we just weren't playing like we've been playing the whole playoffs, and I'm disappointed, but you can't be disappointed because that's 2 years in a row being in the Final Four. We're destined for greatness. I wanted to see the Nassau Coliseum go out with a bang. The last game for Nassau Coliseum was the Game 6 overtime goal, which was amazing, and a great way to send out Nassau Coliseum. But I'll be honest with you, USB Arena, they're moving to a new arena next year. It doesn't look ready, so we might see a couple more Nassau Coliseum games, but that's just me talking. Phillips says Tundra. We love the Tundra, absolutely. Sean says, hey, from Rochester, New York. Hello, buddy. Would you buy the new cement, or excuse me, I don't know why I said cement. Would you buy the new Crewmax if the rear window didn't roll down? I don't know about that, but I'm pretty certain the rear window will roll down from the investigations I did on that picture. It still has the same setup with the defrost lines through it, and on the side, if you look at your Crewmax, you'll see there's almost like the side of the defrost mechanism goes down the side in kind of a fat line, starts skinny and ends up fat. That's there as well on the new truck, so they're not going to get rid of that roll-down window. This is a very tough question, and I don't have an answer for you if it wasn't there, though. Alvin says, do you think the 2022 SR5 will have a little bit better trim package? Now, Alvin, I love that question, and I can't wait for more than just a picture of the TRD Pro to come out. I can't wait for things like you're talking about, like the SR5 and the Limited and stuff like that to come out. What I want in the SR5, and they started to do in the current generation in more recent years, is more options to build up your SR5 without going to the Limited. And they did start to do that. There is a leather package. You can get the convenience package that gives you a little bit more. I'd like to see a possible JBL package. I want to make it, or I want Toyota to make it, I should say, where the consumer basically takes control of what they want. You want the SR5 platform. You don't want everything luxurious, which would be moving up to the Limited or a Platinum or whatever. You just want the SR5, but hey, you know what I want? I want the best multimedia system you have, so give me the JBL. That should be like that. But it's a wait-and-see game for what they're going to come out with next when it comes down to the regular trims that everyone's going to buy. So, Alvin, when I know, you will know, my friend. But I hope. But real quick, one more thing, Alvin. Like I said, they are starting to move in that direction of giving more options down low. So I'm hoping for that. Patrick says Wind Chill Pro, which is the best color you could get on a Tundra. I like the Army Green too, though. But Wind Chill Pro is amazing. All right, sip over. We're back at it. All right, Oahu, what's going on? Here from Vegas, checking in. This live chat, brother. Yes, so we got Vegas in the house, which I've still never gone to Las Vegas, and it is it hurts me. I live 30 minutes from Atlantic City, and Atlantic City is not Vegas. Let me just tell you that right now. Tim says, Islanders have nothing to be ashamed of this year. I agree. I just, we took them to Game 7. I just really wish we showed up for Game 7, is what it is. Mike says, yes, Patrick, I like you already. Yep, we got 2 Nightshade owners in Wind Chill Pearl rare truck. Sean, what's going on, buddy? Hello, Market. Everyone just gave you a big thumbs up. Suggest everyone do the same. I appreciate you, Sean. Sean has been on the live streams for years. A good man. We appreciate him. Coming all the way from Tennessee. Tennessee, one of the greatest states. Bristol's in Tennessee. Hyper says, I wonder if the trim level names will change with the new platform and or what they come with. I think you will see the regular trim names because SR5 has been around a long time. Limited has been around a long time. You may see a different trim. That would be cool, but I think you will still see most of what we have now. Jason, what's up, buddy? Says, interior electronics of 2022 Land Cruiser gave massive clues to what, the next-gen Tundra will have. Yep, I think so. If you know Toyota, and you look at Toyota from a whole, not just as a Tundra owner or enthusiast, if you step back and kind of see what they're doing with all their vehicles, and they've been doing this for a few years now, they're kind of localizing everything as far as what all of the designs are. They're all based around the same type of design. The interior kind of has that, not futuristic look, but on the verge of futuristic. If you look at like the Camry's dashboard, the layout, everything kind of flows together. It's not like the Tundra where, okay, this is the screen, this is our HVAC system, you know, and everything is like kind of like sectioned off. Everything kind of flows together in all of these new Toyotas, and I think you're going to see that in the Tundra as well. But yes, the Land Cruiser looked like it was given some hints. We shall see. Can't be waiting too much longer now. Patrick says, Mark, get this. They listed my 18 Crew Max with 28,000 miles on it for $57,000. Got my 2021 Limited Nightshade for $53,000. Mind-blowing. I'm going to say Pat's message again because this is what we talk about all the time. Listen to this. He traded in his 18 Crew Max, all right? I believe he said TRD Sport before. It had 28,000 miles on it. They're listing it for $57,000, okay, with 28,000 miles on it. He bought a newer truck, a higher trim truck, for $53,000. The used prices are insane. Always love to hear those stories. Somebody's here. That's good. Anthony says, South Texas here. What's up, Mark? Anthony, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Texas. God bless Texas. Tam says, could I still be part of the TundraDude34 family if I go with a Tacoma? I don't care what you buy. If you show up and hang out, we want to hear about it. We want to talk about it. That's what it's all about. You could drive a Chevy Silverado, a Ford F-150. It's fun to be part of the community. It's always good to have different opinions to have a good time with. So you do whatever you like to do, whatever makes you happy. Dwayne says, what trim truck you buying in 2022? I have no idea. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to get a TRD Pro, but I also have a mortgage and a wife, and I don't know if I want to spend $80K on a truck, so I'm not really sure. I guess I'll have to wait to see what comes out and go from there. Bubba says, the roll-down back window is amazing. Oh, dude, 100%. It always comes in handy in spring, summer, fall. The one thing, if you're new to the Crew Max Tundra, I'm giving you a pre-warning now. Before you drive away and it's fall and there are leaves in your bed, drive down the road a little bit to clear all those leaves because with the window down, they will fall into the cab. Spring, too. If you have all those little buds that fall into your truck, because I have that bad here. Enrique says, is it true that the new Tundra will mirror the Land Cruiser with engine and 10-speed transmission? I'm guessing, again, there is no fact out there yet with that. I think you're definitely going to see a 10-speed transmission. That's pretty much starting to be the industry norm with the half tons. It's going in that direction. 10-speed, I think you'll see. As far as the same engine as the Land Cruiser, it makes sense, but I don't know. V6 twin turbo, and that's what the Land Cruiser has, so why would they use two different engines? But we shall see. Tate says, okay, his F-150 was a 2020 STX. Engine knock started around 10,000 miles. Engine knock, 10,000 miles. I like the room and the ride quality. That's honestly about it. Well, I mean, if you're dealing with engine knock in a brand spanking new truck, I would be mad too. Tate says, it was really bad because Ford told me that there was nothing they could do about the engine and sent me home. Oh boy. So I traded for the TRD Off-Road Tacoma, and I love it. I do like the Tacoma TRD Off-Road for sure. And I don't know what's up with, and it's a dealership thing. It's not a company thing. But when people have problems with their F-150, I hear that a lot, that they go in and the techs are just like, well, there's nothing we can do about it. It just is what it is. You got to look at it from a consumer standpoint. Consumer just spent $50,000 to $60,000 on a truck. Now, I don't know how you guys feel out there. I don't know if there's any rich people watching us right now. 50 to 60K is probably going to be the second biggest expense you ever spend in your life behind a house. So you want to feel like the people that are meant to help you will help you if you need it. So telling anyone in any situation, it's just the way it is, go on home, there's nothing we could do about it, is just wrong in my opinion. It's not good customer service. And all of this stuff when it comes to buying a car, when it comes to buying a cheeseburger, is all about retention, customer retention. You want the customer to come back over and over and over again. Because guess what happens? Not only does that customer come back, they go and they tell their friends, who tell their friends, who tell their friends. And then you're building long-term success in your business. But telling someone there's nothing we could do about it does not turn that owner into a happy owner. I don't understand. I don't understand why people don't get that. That's easy stuff right there. 101, how to grow your business by TundraDude34. Retention should always be the first word. Retention. Just saying. Matt, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Morris says, I'm still sad that there is no V8 option that we have heard of. Rumor has the TRD Pro as a hybrid. Yep. But that my heart says it will be a supercharged V8 to challenge the TRX and Raptor R. Listen, I would love that, but I'm thinking hybrid. You got to remember this, and I know I say this all the time, and I hope I'm wrong, but Toyota is not in the same boat as Ram is with the TRX or Ford with the Raptor, okay? Toyota's market share doesn't really make sense to have such a dedicated, hardcore, long travel suspension off-road truck as do those other brands. Toyota, don't forget, #1 selling car brand in the world, just beat GM, Q2 sales. First time in like over 20 years that happened. High five, Toyota. Well done. So they're going to be #1 now. But they sell the point A to point B cars. The Tundra is not a giant share of that Toyota bubble. So I don't think it makes a lot of sense to go do that supercharged V8 thing yet. I think now we should just focus on the next gen, selling some units, getting the truck moving forward a little bit. And then if there's a lot of popularity and a lot of purchases and units are flying out the door, then you could play around and do things like the Raptor or TRX. But I hope I'm wrong, Morris. I hope I'm wrong. NH says, recently traded my 2017 Tundra for a 2021 model. Both are 5.7s. 2021 has a louder valve train sound than my 17. Dealer says all is normal. Any thoughts? Thank you. I've heard something similar to that as well. I've heard drivers taking their trucks in with the same deal and the owner saying, you know, it's normal. As far as going from a 17 and hearing it more on a 2021, interesting. Are you using the same grade of gas in both? All of that? Is everything pretty much exactly the same in what you're doing? But yes, I don't think you have any issues to worry about. I have heard that before, but not necessarily saying one's louder than the other. But let me know. But yes, people complain of a mini knock noise in the Tundra a lot. And one of the things that has helped that knock a little bit is upgrading their fuel to a different octane. That was one thing that kind of lessened the knock. Don't ask me how. Bubba says, don't forget to hit the like button. I like what Bubba said. I agree. Tomato says, hello, everyone from Eastern North Carolina. Love it. Doug, what's going on, buddy? How's Kansas? Do you miss Arkansas yet? Johnny 5 is in the house. We love Johnny 5. I got to give Johnny 5 a little credit real quick, okay? So if you guys don't know, the TundraDude34 logo was on the number 98 Tundra in the Camping World Truck Series in NASCAR this past weekend at Pocono Raceway. It was an absolute honor, pleasure, surreal moment to see my logo on a NASCAR going around the track. That was cool. 5 years on a race car. It's the beginning of something big. Got to thank Johnny 5 though, because Johnny 5 was the first person to put a TundraDude34 sticker on his trailer that he tows his toys in. So I got to thank Johnny 5 for that. Johnny 5 is #1. I was waiting for you to come on one of these days to say that, by the way. Sam says, any idea when production of the 2021 model year ends to retool for the 2022? I would think within the month. We're getting pretty close to game time here. I would think definitely, what is it, July 2nd? So definitely within 30 days. But I don't have any 100% idea. But they do have to retool. And the truck is supposed to be on lots in the fall. So soon. Bubba's giving Tomeo some love. We like it. EP says, hi there, Mark. EP, how you doing? Johnny 5 says, Mark, talking about rich people like he ain't the rich guy on the channel. Dude, I wish. I am absolutely 100% not rich at all. If I was, I probably wouldn't unload a truck overnight. They're like 120 degrees. It's fun. Tate says, I appreciate your channel, man. Keep it up. Tate, you keep up with me and let me know what you think about that Tacoma going forward. If you have any, pros, cons, whatever. If you've ever considered a Tundra, or if you do consider a Tundra down the line, keep us up. I want to know everything. Warner says, hello from rainy, wet Massachusetts. Yes, it is raining here as well. Apparently it's going to rain all weekend. July 4th. Love this country. July 4th is my favorite. Can't wait. Dwayne says, TFL just posted some info about a potential ZR2 Silverado coming out. I heard that for a while. They wanted to do that for a while. The Tundra Pro definitely needs at least 33s from the factory to keep up with the ZR2 and Ford's Tremor packages. I don't know. They got those wild peaks on there. I don't think they're 33s, though. New York, New York. How you doing? Hello, Mark. Just picked up my Lunar Rock. Waited 7 months for it. Not a pleasant experience, but definitely worth it. Hey, that is a long wait, but at least you have it now. Congratulations. High five to you for finally getting it. Love it. Jimmy, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Bubba says, I have a 2016 Tundra TRD Pro Crew Cab. Never a single problem. I use 87 octane. Normal, regular gas. I love it. What color, Bubba, 2016 TRD Pro do you have? I'm hoping you say, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to talk about that 2016. I had a 2016 Pro, but I want to hear what you say. Tate says, I will, man. I actually tried to get a Tundra, but could not find what I wanted due to the chip shortage. I hear that, buddy. I hear that. There's always next time, too. Eric says, Mark, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. We have only seen a preview of the TRD Pro. How different do you think the SR5 will look? I think it'll be obviously the same shape. More styling cues will be a little bit different. I don't know what they'll do with the chrome. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. One thing people complain about is the TRD Pro nose on the new truck looks too gigantic. You got to remember one thing, and we're going to use this. This is from a 2017 Platinum, okay? So if the truck is all black, you're not going to see that big dip out in the bumper that you see on the next generation. The reason the next generation looks like that is it's an all-white truck, and then the black, obviously you have the grille here, the bottom part of the grille, but the middle of the bumper is black, so it makes it look like it's a giant front grille, and that's just not the case. So just remember, the grille on the new truck is up here, just like this, and then under it is the bumper in a three-piece setup like we have nowadays. So that's why it looks that way. Hey, thanks for helping out. Don't fall off the wall. That would be a good story. So I think if we see a bumper that's the same color all the way across, it's going to completely change the look of the truck. We shall see. All right. Rob says, I had my local Toyota dealership contact me on a possible trade on my 2020 Tundra Crew Max TSS Edition 4x4. They wanted to offer me $55,000. Very enticing, but love my truck. I'm in the same boat as you. Very enticing, but love my truck. Because they're offering big money for this TRD Pro right now. I just love it too much. I love it too much. All right, that's awesome. Keep me updated on what you do there, Rob. Enrique says, what do you think about a panoramic roof on the new Tundra? From the pics, it looks like it. Yes, I am a big fan of that. It is time for that. Everyone else has it. Toyota, hook me up. Bubba's my man right here. He has a 2016 TRD Pro. I asked him what color he had. He said quicksand. That's the only right answer. Bubba, when we get off this live stream, TundraDude34 at gmail.com, I need to see some pictures of your truck. In fact, Bubba, I want to do a fan feature on your truck, so contact me, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. I passed up on a quicksand TRD Pro in 2016, and I'm still very upset at myself all these years later. Quicksand is one of, if not the greatest, TRD Pro color that was ever available. I'm jealous of you, Bubba. Jealous of you. Congratulations. Great job on the pick. Camper says, Mr. Mike is in the house. Good stuff. Caught another, but I can't stay long. The fact that you showed up to say hello, it's what means great things in my heart right now. All right, moving down the list. Chris, what's going on, pal? Vehicle pricing is out of control. That's a great way to start it because you're right. I was all set to get a 2022 Tundra, but may wait till 2023, depending on how car pricing looks. Wouldn't be a stupid thing, I'll tell you that much, because I don't think this shortage is going to end anytime soon, so those used prices are going to be insane, which means when the new ones come in, they're going to be insane. I mean, we're not going to lie to each other here, right? They're going to be insane. The pricing is going to be nuts on the new ones. You're going to have to look around. I always tell people this, broaden your horizons when you're looking for your next generation Tundra when they come out. Then you can get what you want, and hopefully you find a dealer that doesn't mark them up. Carlos, what's up, buddy? I've always wanted a Tundra, but the miles per gallon kept me away from it. Let's see the next gen. You know, it's funny when people say that about the MPG, which isn't great, I get you. But at the end of the day, and people say this too, so I guess I'm one of those guys on the right side here, the MPG versus the reliability long-term of the truck, I think the price kind of evens itself out. Because you're not going to be paying for repairs and stuff because these Tundras last forever. Knock on Amish wood. But yeah, I feel you. I know the MPG does need to get up a little bit. Oops, I messed up. Jimmy says 2022 Tundra A-pillar needs color match. It's weird with the black. That's kind of the Toyota way. I don't think it's going to be like that on all of the different colors. I think it's because it's that white with the red interior, kind of like the Camry XSE V6 that also has that black surround around the windows. But I feel you. Robert, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Camper Mike says, had my Tundra for almost 4 years now. I can't believe it's been that long. Almost 44,000 miles on it now. Only issue is right front parking sensor likes to go off for nothing. I've had that happen with my Platinum before. Always in hot weather. Never did it from then when it was under warranty. Of course. Sean says, do you think that light bar will be a pro thing only? I do. I think that'll be pro only. Bubba says, will do. Can't wait to see the pics. Camper says, my truck is too stock for a fan feature. It is never too stock for a fan feature. I will show all of your trucks, I promise. Dirty Houston is in the house. Houston, Texas. Texas, the greatest state of all 50, for sure. Hillbilly Deluxe says, howdy, sir. Dion, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Sean says, my 2019 Pro is paid off now. I'm going back and forth about selling it just because what I can get now. I feel you, buddy. I'm with you. I do the same thing. Cincinnati in the house. Romian, is that how you say it? I'm probably saying it wrong. Why not feature Hino trucks on your channel too? I would love to, buddy. If you have one, if you know someone who has one, send me a ton of pictures. I'll do a box truck fan feature. I'll do it right now. Tundra looks good though. Jimmy, I agree, buddy. Gilly Man, what's going on, buddy? Been a while since I caught a live stream. Any new news on engines for the next gen? Still just the rumors, twin turbo V6 and hybrid twin turbo V6. That's all we're hearing. Miami is in the house. Jamie, there's another Miami on here. We got a lot of Miami going on. I like it. Never been. Only Orlando, Melbourne, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, more north. Robert says, I'll miss the V8. Maybe a 3.3 V6 diesel? I don't think so, buddy. I don't think we're going to see diesel Tundras in the United States. I don't know. Seems like they're going the other direction, especially with all these, with all the environmental stuff going on, EPA, they want to go all electric ASAP. I don't think diesels are coming for the Tundra. But let us take a sip to the good times, to the diesels, to the V8s. While we're there, to the military, to the police, the firefighters, the EMS, and all the emergency services, and all branches of the military, we salute you. Cheers. Cheers, boys, girls. Gotta love the military, gotta love the emergency services, gotta thank them every single day for all they do. Especially nowadays, all the stuff they're going through. Ugh. No thank you. They don't deserve that. They're heroes. Jim says, enjoy your live stream. I enjoy you being here, Jim. 2016 SR5 with only 53,000 miles on. Yeah, 53,000 miles paid for, but it's fun looking at the new Tundra. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It might be time. Robert says, give us what we asked for. I hear that, buddy. EP says, any idea of a Tundra Adventure version? I bet you'll see something like that. I bet you'll see something like kind of like what they did with the Trail Edition now. It's all about the price point. Carlos is in Naples, Florida. There you go. Gillyman says, might just have to bite the bullet. Didn't really want a turbo in the hybrid, but oh well. If I trust anyone, it's Toyota. Hey, man, I'm with you. I'm going to be going through the same thing with you. EP with the thumbs up. We love it. Rodeo Magic is in the house. Good afternoon, Mark. From the Poconos, I sent you an email regarding the TD34 stickers. I would also like to show off your channel. I'm going to get those stickers out to you because there's already envelopes made and I still didn't send it out. And that's on me. And that's because I was just in the Poconos at NASCAR. And I'm still trying to get my life back together because I came back from NASCAR and went right back to work. But I'm actually off tonight. I will get them sent out to you. Do me a favor, Rodeo. Just send me an email one more time reminding me to send them out. And I will do that. Put it out there today. Bubba got his beer. I got mine. Enrique says, what kind of beer are you drinking? I like Pacifico and Modelo. Modelo's amazing. Tonight we got Busch Light. Busch Light. Supporting Kevin Harvick. Romian says it would be good for Toyota to put a detuned A09 turbo diesel in the Tundra. That engine has got over 15 billion miles in real life usage. I'd be in for that. Jimmy says, people saying that the rear door on the 2022 Tundra looks small. I don't think small. I think it looks smaller than what we have now, maybe a little bit to give you more bed. Hey, who's been saying that for years? This guy. Trim out the CrewMax cab, which is insanely big, by a foot. And then, guess what, guys? You could put a 6.5 foot bed on a CrewMax, and the truck doesn't change as far as length. I guess I should work for Toyota. Patrick says, listening to you while at Chuck E. Cheese with the kiddos. I'm glad I'm available in Chuck E. Cheese. Rainy day here in New Hampshire. They do have good pizza, I'll be honest with you. Camper Mike says, gotta love technology. Lost the stream for a bit. Well, welcome back, buddy. Joni, if that's how I say your name, I apologize. Excuse me. So you saw the power boost in the TFL truck video that overheated doing a pass on full load. Things to expect with the new Tundra. Okay, I'm going to give you this real quick. My thing, I believe in Mike Swears. I believe in his team. I believe in the Toyota way. They take their time to come out with stuff. They don't rush stuff out to the market. That's not how they roll. They're all about quality. QDR. Quality. Durability. Reliability. That's how they live their life. Putting the trucks through, major stress tests, like TFL does that all the time, Ike Gauntlet and all that stuff they do, which is insane and awesome. My fear for the future, and I'm not just talking with the power boost from Ford or any hybrid or electric full EVs and stuff like that. A V8 naturally aspirated engine or a diesel, their job is to tow, okay? When you start adding things to these trucks, like all these electronics, and all these, like DEF fluid and stuff like that, things that choke out and constrict engines, this is what starts to happen. EVs, they're going to start talking about electronic trucks. The F-150 Lightning is going to be coming out, and they're saying, oh, well, it has 4 hours of battery time, and it could tow this. But if you're towing heavy, your battery life goes down dramatically, right? I mean, that's common sense. It's going to be using more power, so it's going to drain your battery sooner. I think we're rushing too far forward with this full electronic vehicle movement. I think we need to take our time. Combustion engines still have a place here. I mean, there's a reason they've been around for as long as they have. And I know everybody wants to move forward and cleaner energy and all that stuff. But I think we should take our time. I feel like there's this massive rush to get to everyone in EVs. And they're not looking at the big picture. And it's not, listen, a Honda Civic EV makes sense. A Toyota Corolla EV makes sense. A to B. Oh, hey, we're driving to work every day. Electric vehicle, battery-powered, Tesla style. Fine. But when it comes to trucks that have to do the work, that's where I think we're falling short and we're not taking our time and doing it right. I also don't think we have the infrastructure right now to support full EV. So I know I went off into a totally different direction there, but my bad. I like the test that TFL did there, showing what the power boost, kind of where its max is and everything. But at the end of the day, I think we need to take our time, hang out more with the hybrids for now before we go full-on EV, and see what we could do to get these trucks to be able to do what they can do now. I'd love to hear what all of you think about that. I'm lost here, where I am. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what is it, Johnny? My bad, dude. JK, call you JK, that's easy. Cheers to you as well. Camper Mike says, Chuck E. Cheese, LOL, that song, Chuck E. Cheese, hell comes to mind. Carlos says, Toyota has a lot of experience with turbo diesel engines, it's true. Kong, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Camper Mike says, stopped watching TFL years ago, was all Ford, even after 2 broke down during their tests. I hear you. Rodeo says, thanks, buddy. By the way, I installed TRD Dynamics in my front grille and lower bumper. Looks great. More upgrades to follow. I like it. Camper Mike says, I hate DEF and DPF so much. Headache. Bubba says, me too. JK says, I'm thinking of a Ford F450 and going diesel. Just worried of the direction of the V6. Kong says, who's tuning in from their Tundra? That's a great question. Who is tuning in? Who's sitting in your Tundra right now listening? Go. Anthony says, so from my 2003 Ram to my 2021 Tundra, there's plenty of tech on my SR5 TSS off-road. Good enough for me. I feel you on that one, buddy. I like what's in the current Tundra. I'm happy with my 2020. Jimmy says, battery in a truck, the battery will suffer. True. Paul says, hello all. As always, checking in from Chicago. Kong says, I like the F-150 Lightning. I just want to see what the F-150 Lightning can actually do in real-world testing and real-world towing. That's what I care about. Enrique says, it's all the government's fault trying to rush the EV vehicles too soon. I agree with that. Tomeo says, hit the like button. I agree. Kong says, if I have to pick an EV truck or EV Corolla, it's the truck every day. I hear you. Romian says, what do you think of the FC Semi that Toyota Hino is working on? Do you think it will dial down into a Tundra a couple years down the road? I think everything dials down, you know, from, it kind of goes through the ranks of all of Toyota. But I don't know. Hino, I know Hino is obviously a Toyota brand, but they kind of keep Hino and Toyota pretty separate from each other. So who knows? It would be awesome, though. Fiesel says, like usual, great show. I appreciate you, buddy. You know what? Cheers to you, my friend. Finished one. Finished one. Rodeo Magic says, I am. He's tuning in from his Tundra. Camper says that parking sensor issue, the fix is to replace the sensor, I would guess. Cleaning it doesn't help. I just kept cleaning it until it just stopped. But it would always happen for me in the snow. That's when it was terrible. Chris says, hopefully Toyota is putting the under rear seat storage in the new Tundra. I really hope so. It needs it. Carlos says, I'm in my Tacoma right now. There you go. Smith is watching from his Tundra. We love it. The Smith fam, I should say. John says, email sent about the hats after last live. Yeah, I got to get the hats made. That's the problem. I only have a couple of them right now. Robert says, the Ford Lightning. Hold on, let's see what he says here. The Ford Lightning have you a shaded place to sit and wait for the tow truck under the hood. There you go. John says, serious question. Takes about 15 minutes or 5 driving miles to cool down my CrewMax cab here in Phoenix. My Ram does it in 30 seconds. What the heck? I'll say heck, but I know you mean the other word. I don't know. Mine does it right away. Next time you go in for service, have them check it out. No matter how hot, and I know Phoenix, listen, Arizona gets real hot. But on the days where it's almost 100 degrees here, if I go in my Tundra, turn it on, it's cool almost immediately. So just make sure everything's working out in your vehicle next time you go in for service there, John. Kong says, just Facebook message Mark with a picture of his channel's name on my Tundra's radio display. Well, we're going to have to go check that real quick, because I did see a picture come in. Let's see. Waiting for phone to... Oh, there it is. Ah, I dig it. I dig it a lot. We're going to show the people out there. See if it might be too bright. It's too bright. All right, hold on. Let me deal with the brightness. Oh, technology. How much I love you. Here we go. There you go. It says it right here. You can't really tell. Got to kind of turn it. That's right. Apple CarPlay, TundraDude34. Gotta love it. Live stream number 269. 269 live streams is pretty insane. Still cranking them out any chance I get. Let me get back to where I was here. Okay. I'm totally... There we go. New York says, back in 2007, bought a brand new Camry with the new generation engine. Had a major issue with burning excessive oil, as well as the new 2007 Tundra. That's why I'm staying away from the 2022. There you go. Smith Fam says, is there a resource that shows the very best way to add an aftermarket transmission cooler? I could look for one for you, but if you contact your local dealership, they should have a diagram on how to do it, because I know a lot of people that go and actually get it done. So if they're nice, they may give you a hookup on the diagram or a how-to, or they'll just do it for you. Greg says, looking forward to seeing it and what trim you wind up with your reviews. Okay, let's play a game real quick, because we're all here. So this is the third time this live stream someone has asked me what trim I'm going to get on the next generation Tundra. What trim would you like me to get? If all of the trims were the same right now, what trim would you like me to get on the next generation Tundra? Would you like me to get twin turbo V6 or hybrid twin turbo V6? Let me know. Just having fun with it. But thank you, Greg. I appreciate you watching. Camper Mike says, Hino and Toyota share a few parts. The HVAC controls was the same as the Tacoma. Shifter knob. They should share engines. That's what we want. Jim says, just took the family to California and back to Colorado in the 2021 Tundra Platinum CrewMax. 2,800 miles round trip. Ran great, very comfortable. Still waiting for my snug top truck cap. Going on 10 weeks now. They probably have a shortage going on too. Everybody's shortage right now. John says, will do, thank you. Also, Supercharger code doesn't work anymore. Called them yesterday, and they said, Magnuson, no more code. apparently, they don't sell the Magnuson anymore at Sparks Parts, so no more Supercharger, which is a shame. Let's see, Mark. Keith over at Dirty Deed said my exhaust will be finished and mailed out next week. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait to hear that thing. It's going to be insane. Robert says, who is that on your NASCAR plate behind you, Kyle Petty? Right there, that's Kyle Petty. That is my all-time favorite driver when I first started watching racing, the Mellow Yellow 42. He's actually in this office quite a bit. But, yes, that is Kyle Petty. Good guy. Good driver. Underrated. Okay? Spent a lot of time in petty cars, which petty cars weren't doing much. When he was Sabco Racing in the early 90s, he was doing work out there. Johnny Fives. Oh, no, I already read that. John says 1794 trim. I would totally love that. Victor says, what's up? How you doing, Victor? Good to see you, buddy. Enrique says TRD Pro. John says no hybrid. Camper says, wasn't just Toyota that had the problem back around 2007. Other brands, too. Was a piston ring issue. At least Toyota did a recall. Other brands shrugged it off. I blame the supplier. I hear that. Patrick says limited hybrid. I like it. David says magnetic gray hybrid. Not bad at all. I like magnetic gray. Dale says, just put down a deposit on a 2021 TRD Sport magnetic gray, my first Tundra. Brought the wife a 4Runner, fell in love with Toyota for life. Or you fell in love with it in Toyota for life. Dale, you got to keep me updated, bro. When you get your Tundra, I need to know. I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. You're going to be very excited. I can't wait to hear about it. Drive it around a couple days and get back to me. Take some pictures, buddy. Take some pictures. Romeo says, I think you should get the Platinum. I miss my Platinum. Camper Mike says, want an oil burner? Buy a GM truck with AFM. There you go. Oh, fuel management systems. I don't know, man. New York says, TRD Pro, no hybrid. Victor says, get the hybrid I-Force. So you guys are all over the place with it. I love it. Dwayne says, get a base trim and do a build, non-hybrid. The Tundra platform is capable of so much more than what Toyota delivers from the factory. It's a good way to look at it, Dwayne. Rodeo says, John, the best. Anthony says, changed out all my interior lights to LEDs. Anyone know where to get the little bulb near the gas and brake pedals? I got that bulb from Headlight Revolution. I bought the whole set, and that was one of the bulbs. I stopped watching after Earnhardt passed away. A lot of people stopped watching after that. There were two things I heard when Earnhardt died. A lot of people stopped watching, or everyone became a Dale Jarrett fan for some reason. He just wants to drive the big brown truck, dude. Patrick says, oh yeah, and I'm putting a TRD Pro dual exhaust in next week. You will be happy. You will be excited. I can't wait to hear what you think, but I know you'll love it. Bubba says, I'm curious to see a hybrid. I would like to have an idea of the MPG and the hybrid Tundras. I personally would want a hybrid as well. Kayvon, what's going on? Good afternoon. Kayvon here in Southern California. Any news or rumors on a diesel engine? I would not expect a diesel engine. It's just not going to happen. You know, we were just talking about this earlier in the stream with the EPA and everything and all these new laws. Everyone's trying to go green, you know, with the EVs and stuff. I would not expect a diesel engine. If I'm wrong, I would be very happy, though. Johnny Five says he's building the system on his truck to ensure it will fit, and he's going to send some video sound clips. I will send them to you once I get them. Please do. And then we're going to do, once you get your exhaust, we're going to do another fan feature on your truck. We're going to do some driving videos and stuff, so that'll be fun, because I want to hear it. Enrique says, 8,000 on my 2020 Mag Gray Limited Crew Max. Not bad. Chris says TRD Pro. Romian says, is it a possibility for Toyota to offer a full-blown pickup truck series similar to the Ford F-Series? It just doesn't make sense for Toyota to do that. Not with the amount of Tundras they sell. Maybe down the road, but I don't see that happening, truthfully. I'd love it, but I just don't see it happening. John says, are you keeping your current and getting the next-gen test model? I would love to, John. Please. That would be optimal in so many ways, but I can't afford both trucks, man. This is not cheap, the one sitting out there right now, and the next one's going to be even more not cheap. So the best thing you could do is tell your friends to start watching all the TundraDude34 videos and check out all the ads, because the revenue is the only way I'm ever going to be able to do something that cool. But right now, unfortunately, it just doesn't, it's not going to happen with how expensive both trucks are. Because two people said that I'm rich in this live stream today. I just want you all to know I work overnight. I unload trucks. So, not rich at all. I do like my house. I'm happy of this mortgage. Proud of myself. Enrique says, with the TRD exhaust too, love it. Gotta love it. Mick, what's going on? 2020 TRD Pro Army Green with 15,000, just like yours, just sold in my area, Ohio, for $58,000. Crazy. That's actually cheaper than I've seen lately, so that's not bad. I mean, it's not good, don't get me wrong, but it's not the worst. Paul says, those of us who will be holding on to our 5.7s, how long do you think they'll be making OEM replacement parts? Is anybody thinking that far into the future? Paul, I think the rule of thumb is 10 years after a model or something like an engine is done. They still make the parts for 10 years. But the good news for you, my friend, the 5.7 has been around for so long, there's already a surplus of parts. So I wouldn't worry about that. Not for a long time. Roman says, but hold on, aren't diesels fuel efficient? Per se. But a lot of people are afraid to get into the diesel game now because there's so much restrictions in the United States on diesels as per se 15 years ago. Excuse me. Johnny5 says, 10-4, y'all will get to hear the difference in a $65 exhaust and a $2,000 exhaust. That would be cool. Also, I'm getting the Tundra tuned by Prospered in Houston. That would be awesome. Haley, what's going on? Years ago, 1999, I believe, I did a ride-along with the Petty driving experience down in Homestead, Florida. I was actually driven around the track by Adam Petty. Oh, man. Well, that hurts. We miss Adam. We miss Adam a lot, and Petty Enterprises might be a different story. You know, I mean, obviously it's Richard Petty Motorsports, but that's not Petty Enterprises. Petty Enterprises went out of business in 2008. I think Adam Petty would have brought Petty Enterprises to the next generation. He was the 4th generation driver of the family. Was really excited to see what Adam was going to do. It's a shame. New Hampshire Speedway. Austin says, I wonder what the tuning potential of the Turbo V6 will be. Might be able to make big power aftermarket. Looking forward to seeing all that stuff. Robert says, woman, I told you to wait in the truck. That's messed up. Johnny5 says, for you guys that are interested, I'm changing my manifolds to JBA long tube headers, equal lengths mid pipes, with the dual side exit. No cats, no mufflers. It's going to be insane. Not Prospered, Pro Speed. Okay, cool. Patrick said, had a carbon on my 18, and that was loud. Looking forward to the TRD exhaust. That is going to be a big difference for you. Mick says, when do you think the reveal will be? Sooner than later, buddy. I would think within the next month. Maybe a little further than that, within the next month or two. It's got to happen soon. John says, I'm still really considering the Supercharger. What is your research, or what in your research do you think max mileage would be after adding it? I think the big thing you have to put, and we're all going to laugh when this is said, but the big thing about the mileage and everything is, are you going to be able to keep your foot out of it? For me, in all the time I had the Supercharger, which was 2.5 years, I would constantly do pump-to-pump calculations in all different situations. Highway, city highway, stuck in traffic. And it was always 15.5 to 16.5. That's where I was always hanging out in. I think one time I did a pump-to-pump calculation on a highway trip. It was about 200 miles, 250 miles, one direction, in a very good setup as far as weather. Like, there wasn't a lot of wind, nothing really going on, and I was able to get up into the 18s with it one time. But if you're buying a Supercharger for fuel mileage, don't do it. Buy it for the good time that it is, and it really does change the truck into a different animal. But, I mean, the MPG already sucks on the Tundra, so you're not going to do any worse. But a lot of people complain that the mileage, you know, when they get a Supercharger is like 11, 12. But that's because they're flying around in a supercharged Tundra. You know, it all depends on how you drive it. Bubba says, that does hurt. I met Adam Petty at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He was so nice. He passed a couple of months later. Yeah, what a shame. And then I used to go to New Hampshire International Speedway where Adam died. And ever since Adam passed there, Kyle would drive. Obviously, he switched to the 45 right after Adam passed to continue on Adam's legacy. But Kyle would drive an all-black 45 every time he would race at New Hampshire till when he retired. So it was tough going up there to watch as a Kyle Petty fan because you know he didn't want to be there. But, you know, he put on a couple really good races up there. But, yeah, we miss Adam totally. I still have diecast. I was a big diecast collector. I have a bunch of Adam diecast. Johnny5 says, with the exhaust cane and intake and tune, we are looking at 90 to 100 horsepower gain, supposedly. That would be awesome. Very, very cool. Enrique says, what kind of exhaust note will the new twin-turbo V6? I have no idea what it'll sound like. I'm hoping not bad. I would not like the sound of a Civic. I agree. Patrick says, my local dealership told me the reveal wouldn't happen until December from what they were told. Hope they're wrong and it's sooner. I think they're wrong. I think they're very wrong. I have so many people come to me and they start the comments with, my dealer said ... And I instantly go, oh, okay, let's see what the dealer said this time. And it's not that they're trying to be wrong. I just think there's a lot of guessing that goes on. Robert says, Toyota is going to come out next month and say, just joking, it won't be out till 2024. Then I could keep my truck I have now. I wouldn't be too mad. As a channel, I would be very upset, though. Tomato says, the dealer won't be taking deposits until early August. Okay, there you go. Johnny5 says, Keith is crazy excited about this system. He said, nobody has done this system. They have done close, but not this. I can't wait to see it. He also said, my Tundra will sound like a NASCAR. Nothing wrong with a NASCAR. Patrick says, I worked at New Hampshire Motor Speedway for 12 years. Dude, that's awesome. I've probably walked by you. I used to go to New Hampshire all the time. 2001 to 2005. All the time. Like all the races. Even like Teddy Christopher up there racing in the wheeling stuff and all that. Ted Christopher, we miss you. John says, how many miles will that Charger last? Still got 400,000 out of the truck. Ooh, I don't know. I'm really not a fan of the V6 in the full size, so the next gen is not an option for me. We'll be keeping my current forever, I hope. Well, you could be the test dummy with this, John. Get the Supercharger and go as long as you can with it. But I've heard people with Superchargers up in the 150 to almost 200,000 mile range with no problems. So it really all depends on how you care for the truck, and obviously you care for your truck a lot, so there we go. Austin says, Johnny5, do you post Tundra stuff somewhere? Would like to see this exhaust build. Robert says, I hope they don't do a version of Ram's e-torque. I hope so too. Isaiah says, Tundras are made of, I don't know what that word is. It isn't exactly a good sales strategy to show a truck that no one can buy. The 2021 truck isn't available. 2022 Tundra is nothing more than a myth. Okay. It's coming, buddy. Patrick said, X lot. I used to park, I don't know the name of the lot. I used to park, well, the stands aren't even there anymore. If you go off of, hold on, so 1, 2, right at turn 3, you go up a hill, back into the lots, up that hill, behind turn 3. That's where I used to park all the time. And I used to sit in turn 3. Enrique says, did you go to both races at New Hampshire? I used to go to both races at New Hampshire. And I used to go to Busch and the Whelen Modified Series. And Busch East. I went to everything that was there. So we would go up the whole weekend and go to everything, qualifying, all that stuff. Patrick said, Mike Stefanik. There you go. Romero says, I thought we would have gotten another teaser today. I was hoping for one. It would make sense for Toyota to tease us every fortnight. I just want as many teasers as possible and consistently. Tomeo says, I tried to put a deposit down on top model Tundra. Was told they can't take anything until August. It's funny because Beer Hill, there you go. It's funny because some dealerships will take deposits on what they don't even know what they're taking deposits on. So I guess it is what it is. Johnny5 says, Austin, I used to post on here, but have not posted in a long time, over a year. I let the pro Mark handle all that stuff now. Whenever you're ready. When you get your new exhaust, send me all your stuff. We'll put up pictures all you want. Pat says, oh, okay, Bear Hill. I got you. Named after the original owner, Bob Bear. Yeah, that's when I used to go when he owned the track. Paul says, hopefully twin turbo V6 won't sound like the Raptor, as that was the reason I got the 5.7. I hear that. And I totally agree. Austin's given the thumbs up. No, Bear Hill. I apologize. Because it was definitely Beer Hill for this guy. Yeah, we would always park up there, and it was always a nightmare to get out of it, because that's when NASCAR was it was in a prime spot. I mean, you couldn't get tickets to the race. I would have to get tickets so early to get to New Hampshire. Everything was sold out, and it took a million years to get out of if you didn't leave. We used to sleep over to the next day. How well do you think the new Tundra will compete with the Raptor and Ram TRX? Let's see what they come out with first, and we'll go from there. I can't really say. Johnny5 says, as soon as it's installed, you will be the first to get a video. I like it. John says, thank you for answering all my questions. You're a great resource, and you're a great guy. We have a Tundra Con in October here in Arizona. Would be great if you came Monday to Sunday. Ooh, that's a long week of October 19th. That's pretty awesome. I'd like to. Send me information. Johnny5 says, you will also get the sound clips I get from Keith. I do want those. Make sure you tell him you're sending them to me, too. Isaiah says, here in Canada, they're telling us that there will be no more 2021 Tundra trucks. That's a true story. The dealers are encouraging us to put a $1,000 deposit on a 2022 Tundra with zero idea when the truck will arrive. I wouldn't put any deposit on the next generation until we at least get a reveal. Just saying. And I know you agree with me on that. Patrick says, one of the few tracks that ever consistently sold out. Sad we can't nowadays. They didn't keep up with that track, and that's my problem with New Hampshire. I think the 01-02 setup of the cars and the track was perfect, but the cars are so different now, and they're just kind of following each other around at New Hampshire at this point. They tried to change too much there. You know, I don't know. I like the old school. Flat, hard to get into the corners. You had to basically outbrake people going into turn 1 and turn 3 and have a really good backstretch to get anything done. My favorite race I was ever there for was when Robbie Gordon dumped Jeff Gordon to take the lead, and then the caution came out and Jeff Gordon came all the way around to hit Robbie Gordon because he was mad at him. And that race was actually the day after Thanksgiving in 2001 because they canceled the September race because of 9/11. So it was a nice, decently warm day in the 40s in New Hampshire that day, but it was fun. Kyle Petty finished 21st that race, I believe. 1 lap down. I don't know why I remember that. Johnny5 says, I will let him know. Absolutely. Pat says, very true. Robert says, the next gen 2027. Yep. Enrique says, the original flat track was best. Yeah, they started messing with the progressive banking and all that, and no bueno. Yes, the Gordon. Yeah, he dumped Jeff Gordon so bad. I mean, and at that point, that was the last race of the year because of the movement. I mean, it didn't really matter, but that was Robbie Gordon's first win, so I don't know if I should say I'm happy that I was there for Robbie Gordon's first win. But, yeah, that was back when, and this was my favorite kind of NASCAR, when the caution would come out, they would race back to the caution. And if we remember, I believe it was 2000, correct me here, 2003 or 4, when Dale Jarrett wrecked off of 4, and they were racing back to the caution, and they were almost getting close to hitting his wrecked car. And that's when they started to come out with the no racing back to the caution thing at New Hampshire. Johnny5 says, hearing the excitement in Keith's voice gets me pumped up, I bet. Enrique says, hated when they put a restrictor plate. Yeah, that changed the game. Robert says, NASCAR isn't what it used to be. No, no, no. Dan says, just sold my 2021 Tundra Pro and have another one coming in 2 weeks. I love it. Now, let me ask anybody this. Did anybody here end up watching the truck race last weekend to see the logo on Christian Eckes' truck? We had the TundraDude34 logo on his truck, which was awesome. I was there in person to watch him. Started 16th, finished 12th. I think there was a lot more left in that truck, but could have had it. But, yo, he did great. It was fun to watch the logo on the truck. That's the first of many. You will see the TundraDude34 logo on a NASCAR track a lot more often going forward. Jimmy says, Toyota Tundra 2022 tires not big anyway. Why compete with the Ram TRX and Ford Raptor? It doesn't even have a wide track. Romero says, is it bad that I don't know what the heck you're talking about? I mean, it's NASCAR racing. NASCAR racing, a lot of people don't watch it anymore. Enrique says, watch a race but didn't see the truck. Yeah, he was chilling in. He was usually right around 7th. I put a video up. If you go a couple videos back, it's basically all the footage I got from the race. So go check that video out. Yes, says Patrick. Yep. Yeah, it was just cool to see the logo on the truck. But now I've had a taste of being a NASCAR sponsor, and I want more. Because you guys don't understand how big of a NASCAR fan I am. So to see my logo on a NASCAR track, that was amazing. And Christian Eckes is my man. He's going to be the next big thing. And I'm going to follow him all the way to Cup. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. I'm lost here. There we go. Big money, Tundra Dude. Sponsoring a truck will take a few bills out of your pocket. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. It was a pleasure. Next step, the hood. I don't know if the hood's the next step. I think I'm going to have to deal with the associate sponsorship of it for a little while longer. Maybe the hood one day, but that is going to be big dollars, the hood. Got to go test my AC. Oh, here. Got to go test my AC with a meat probe. Have a great day and stay safe. Or, I totally messed it up. Have a great day and a safe, fun 1776 reunion. We're going to start this over again. John says, got to go test my AC with a meat probe. Have a great day and a safe, fun 1776 reunion. Keep America free by electing constitutional politicians. There you go. A message from John. I'm sorry I totally messed up on all that, buddy. I did just wake up. Overnight shift. Enrique says, we'll love to see what the new NASCAR Tundra will look like. Me too. Robert said, better sell the TRD Pro for the hood. It'll be more than that. Romero says, do you think the new Sequoia will come out next year as planned? I hope it does. I hope so. Tim says, mining for lithium is not environmentally friendly. Truth. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, with that, we will end this live stream. Ugh, I'm tired. Got to go hang out with the wife now. Never see her anymore either with these new shifts and everything. But I appreciate you guys being here. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know what to do. As we go into the July 4th weekend, please have a great Independence Day. Remember what it's all about here in the great country of the United States of America. Remember to thank these folks, okay? Emergency services and military that keep us safe and free every single day. I personally thank each and every one of you. But until next time, make sure you check out all the videos and live stream. Get caught up on the Next Generation Tundra. Next Generation Tundra live stream is the way to do it. You guys have a great one. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all being here. Be safe. Be well.